What's up, everyone? Good morning. Today we're talking about flexibility and how you can get flexible in your own home during this self-isolation phase for the COVID-19 virus. It doesn't look like it's going to be letting up anytime soon, especially not in Australia. In fact, it looks like they've released some laws now to literally where they can fine you on the spot if you have more than 5 people in one spot. So more than ever, we need to know how to be able to exercise in isolation, and we've had a lot of questions about how to get flexible. What can I do to double down on that? That's what we're going to be talking about today. Hey everyone, in case we haven't met, my name's Rad Burmeister. That's my brother Yani. We're the co-founders of Unity Gym and the co-creators of the UMS, the Unified Movement System, where we turn driven people into superhumans. If you want to know how we do that, there's a couple of great ways you can learn. We've actually created a program that has a balance between strength and flexibility. You can find out about it by downloading the free Flexibility Blueprint, Strength Blueprint, or Nutrition Blueprint. There's a link in the description of this video. Or join our UMS Movement Mastermind group on Facebook. It is free, and it's where we do these live Q&A shows. We answer people's questions. We give free coaching. It's an amazing group. And you'll be brought into our inner circle. Yani, how you doing today?
A lot better than yesterday. I had a tough day yesterday.
We all had a tough day yesterday. Yeah, there was something in the air.
I went home a bit early yesterday and just slept. I cancelled a bunch of afternoon meetings I had and actually put a movie on and crashed out on the couch for about 3 hours, and then got up, had dinner and watched some news, and then went back to sleep. So
good morning, really Grace. Good. Morning, how are you? Thanks for tuning in. Morning, Phil.
Absolutely.
Everyone that's on the stream, give us a little shout out. Let us know. And if you're watching on YouTube, please hit that like button. Leave us a comment with your name and where you're watching from, so we know who we're helping here.
Yeah, let us know who you are and where you're from and where you're watching from.
Can I just say quickly before we go, I am absolutely cooked. I just finished the at-home live-streamed workout for the Thursday workout, which is all around push-ups and compression strength and Jefferson curl. And oh my God, not only is my chest wrecked, I feel like I've had a wicked upper body session, but my hip flexors, man, the compression, in pain.
There's an element
morning
of me
Benji, morning Mike.
There's an element of me that is very jealous of you getting that done just like first thing in the morning, and then Richie and I have to watch, and then we got to go and do our workout afterwards, and we're like, yeah. But look, it is what it is. Gonna get lean. Is that my phone? Yeah. Can you just turn it off? Sorry guys, my phone's ringing in the background there. I'm a little bit chuffed. We spoke about some current and most up-to-date research on yesterday's show, and I broke it before the news broke it. So I felt a little bit like, I'm well ahead of the curve here with the science on SARS-CoV-2 virus. But yeah, they're making some pretty good progress. And one of the studies that we spoke about yesterday, where they're sort of using a treatment for rheumatoid arthritis, they're now giving to people on the front line, nurses, doctors and paramedics, to help reduce their risk of infection of the virus. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Should we get into the topic of conversation for today?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What we want to talk about today is we are getting inundated with emails and messages of support from around the world, and we could not be more humbled by this. It's a really, we used to say, we stopped ourselves saying we're so lucky that we've got this support, and what we are saying to ourselves now is we're so grateful that we've got it, and we're so grateful that we've put the work in, to be able to have people around the world that value what we do. And one of the things that a lot of people have been asking us, especially Yanni via email in response to his daily emails, is what can I do to double down on flexibility training whilst I'm at home? And I'm gonna drop the bomb now, so you don't have to wait to the end if you don't stick to the end of this show. Tomorrow, for our Friday Frenzy sale, we always do a 72-hour flash sale at the end of every week. We're going to be doing the 18-minute stretching routine, our most popular program. It's the program that got us started. It's the program that's literally helped over 10,000 people around the world get really, really flexible. We've got so many 5-star Google reviews about it. It's going to be in a package with a bunch of other programs. And here is the amazing thing. It sells for $99 and it's worth every cent. People that pay that, we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on it, and virtually no one asks for it back.
Have we ever, actually?
We have a couple of people, but it's always people that they're just not willing to do the work. It's such a small amount. And we give money back straight away. If anybody doesn't like our programs, we just give it back. We don't want the bad press. We don't want, if we sell something, somebody doesn't like it, no problem, have your money back. But we're going to be selling it for the next 72 hours, going live tomorrow for $29 US, and there's a good reason why we're doing that. We have never sold it for that cheap. Not only is it getting sold for $29 US, but we're including the loaded stretching routine, which is a phenomenal program on its own, and we're also including the ultimate warm-up routine, another phenomenal program on its own, and the intermittent fasting routine. All things that you can do at home with no equipment, and we're selling it for that price because in this era that we're facing, where people are losing their jobs, where people's future is uncertain, we just want to be able to help as many people as we can. We really do. So I'm getting that out of the way. That's something that we're going to be doing tomorrow. So we're going to talk about that now.
The reason why we want to say that so quickly is because a lot of people have noticed an influx. I run the financial side of the business, and I've noticed an influx, which is fantastic, and we appreciate every one of you guys supporting us at this time. But people are buying it for the full price, and people are buying it for the full price who are in this group, who get access to these flash sales. We don't advertise these flash sales to the general public. We only advertise them to people either engaged in our YouTube channel as a subscriber or part of this UMS Movement Mastermind group or my Inner Circle daily email group. And I don't want you guys paying full price when we're just about to go live with a $29 flash sale.
Yeah, and if anyone paid full price for that program this week, let me know, and I'll refund the money for you, the $70 difference, and we'll give you everything that comes in that flash sale.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
we want to help you out. But what I want to talk about, and what I think is really valuable, because people are asking, how do I get flexible at home? I want to just talk about why the 18-minute stretching routine is so effective, and why how it came about for us. Because firstly, I'll talk about why it's so effective. And I'm going to say this real quick. Why is it so effective? Because it's something that you can do every day, that the consistency and the frequency and the volume that you do creates the results.
Yep.
It's just it's this thing where I tried to get flexible for 20 years. I was 17 when Yani and I started martial arts. Yani was 15. And at that point, we started trying to get flexible. And until I was about 37, I could not get flexible. It just didn't happen for me. Now, I was more flexible than the average person, but compared to somebody that's flexible, like compared to myself now, almost 5 years later, nothing. Like, I was so stiff and inflexible and incapable of doing good stuff and hurting myself all the time. Why? Because I didn't have a path to get there. All I knew was a whole bunch of different stretches, but I didn't know how much I needed to do them. I didn't know how I should do them. I didn't know how to put them together. And that's what the 18-minute stretching routine is. It's this routine that hits every major muscle in your body, all the major movements in your body, and it really delivers an amazing result, and it's something that you can do every day that's nice and gentle. And it's something that is designed for people at the start or in the earlier stages of their journey. It is not designed for advanced people. Now, granted, when you watch me do it, I might be doing the stretches at a higher level than you can do it, but it is designed for people at the start of their journey.
Yeah, the other thing is that most of our progressive flexibility training programs from that point on require external load, the mobility masterclass and things like that, which you'll need access to gym equipment for. So this is, and we did this for over 2 years and got an incredible result. So it really will help people. And I want to not just bang the drum of this flexibility program specifically. What I want to beat the drum on as far as the motivation component of this discussion is, I read a really, really inspirational. One of the people that I subscribe to for a daily email, for a daily dose of insight, is Seth Godin. Any of you who know Seth, you know he's an incredible author of a variety of different books, particularly specializing in marketing and the concepts around marketing. But he's just an all-round great guy and very insightful. And he sent an email, I think it was yesterday or the day before. He sends a daily email like I do, one of the inspirations behind my daily emails. And it was on the concept of making the most of every opportunity, you know, and he really highlighted something that we've been pushing during this period, which a lot of, I guess, performance coaches or motivation coaches are pushing at the moment, which is that yes, we are all finding our environment very different. Our lifestyles have changed a lot with this virus and the health pandemic that's going on, and we're in lockdown. But that doesn't mean that we have to lock down or put a halt to what we're doing or how we're approaching the situation. It is a really great opportunity to learn something new, to learn a new skill, to come out of this having done something. And he highlights the difference between reaction and action. You know, we're reacting to a situation that we can't change. We can't change the external here. But what we can change is the internal, our action based on that reaction. No, like the natural reaction to what's going on, which I'm suffering from, and I had a really tough day yesterday suffering from it, is that we are freaked out. We're anxious, you know. We don't really know. No one really knows how bad this is going to get, how long it's going to continue for, how much it's going to affect our businesses, how much it's going to affect our health, how much it's going to affect our families. You know, a lot of us have elderly parents, grandparents who we're pretty freaked out about, you know, and we're anxious. That feeling that you're feeling right now, where it you know, that is anxiety, that is fear, and you know we can't change that. We can't change the external. We can't change what's going on in the world. We can't change the fact that we've been locked and confined to our houses, and we can't change really how our body's reacting to it on a physiological level. What we can change is the action we take based on that. And what I'm choosing to do and what Rad's choosing to do and what Richard's choosing to do, you know, Richard is like knee deep or elbow deep in learning a new software so that we can level up these streams. And it's a lot of work. It's a big beast in comparison to the software we're using right now, you know. But he's in here while he's not training for a couple of hours a day, for 2-3 hours a day, he's studying this new software and watching videos and tutorials and things like that. So he's going to come out in a couple of days or a week with a whole new skill, you know. That's a small example. Where Rad's just started a new training program, unlike anything he's ever done before, where he's doing more volume because we're pretty much locked down to the gym, which is an amazing place to be locked down, quite frankly. But, you know, he's taking on a goal of leveling up his physical capability during this period. And so long as he doesn't get really sick, he's going to push through with that. I'm doing the same thing.
And not just that, my other big goal that I've decided to take on is mindfulness and meditation. So I've coughed up and bought that Waking Up app, and I'm also listening to the Waking Up book. And there's a couple of books that have been recommended to us by Ben Pekulski, who's a friend of ours, and that's my big thing. I'm leveling up my consciousness to.
That's right, you know. and so that's what I want to talk about here, like the action that you guys can take, and there's this huge problem going on in the world right now, and I just can't. It doesn't surprise me, but it sort of bugs me, which is that we're having problems with streaming bandwidth because so many people are binge watching Netflix, and so Netflix has had to pivot and lower the stream quality around the world to restricted to 720p because too many people are just sitting there watching movies and television shows, you know. Wow. And I just think yes, we all need a little bit of comfort. And don't get me wrong, I'm certainly going to be watching some films over the weekend or some documentaries or whatever else, but I'm certainly not doing that on a day-to-day basis. Like I'm still going, I've got goals to finish some renovations in the gym. I've got goals to read about a dozen books over the next couple of weeks. I'm really doubling down on the types of content that I'm listening to and from work. I'm doubling down on my skill set around investing because there's a very good opportunity to invest while the economy tanks, so I'm really focused on that and the way I manage my own personal finances. And like I'm leveling up in a big way, and you guys can too. And I think that that's such an important thing for us to focus on right now. We can't change what's going on in the world as yet. We can make an impact by confining ourselves and practicing social distancing, which is absolutely critical right now. But we can't really change the reaction that happens on a physiological level. You're going to feel anxious. You're going to feel scared. You're going to feel a little bit fearful. You might feel frustrated. All of those emotions, feelings, sensations, and urges are very real. I have a massive urge to binge eat right now. I don't know about anyone else here, but I need to practice social distancing from my fridge. Especially when you're at home so much, But what we can do is we can impact the action we take during this period of time. And that's one thing that I'm really excited about with the 18-minute stretch routine, because if you guys, feel like there's any room in your lives to do some more physical movement at home, you could decide, I'm going to come out of this one flexible mother effer,
seriously, it is an unbelievable opportunity because that routine, it's called the 18-minute stretching routine because that's the time that we used to do it in when we did the warm-up. You can literally get it done in 18 minutes, but there's also a second, so there's an 18-minute follow-along in there, plus the tutorial, of course. But there's also a 46-minute follow-along for those of you that really want to just take your time and not feel like it's done at a fast pace. It's amazing. Can I just, before you go on, I just want to give a quick shout out to Grace Clements. Absolutely. Grace has said, how can I get on your daily email list, Yani? That's a really good question, and it's something that we're trying to figure out how to get a higher percentage of our emails that aren't going through to spam filters and stuff, but despite our best efforts, it's still happening. The best thing that you can do, it's likely that you already are on our email list. If you're in our ecosystem here, you probably come in from downloading one of our free blueprints or something like that. Just let us know if you ever got the flexibility blueprint or strength blueprint or anything like that. But what you want to do is two things. You want to whitelist Yani at unitygym.com and also Rad at unitygym.com. Every email server has a different way of whitelisting, but if you just Google how to whitelist email with Gmail or how to whitelist email with Outlook or whatever your server is, and it'll tell you it's very, very simple. And then also, just send Yani, send me an email. Send an email to rad at unitygym.com and say, please subscribe me. And I'll just double check that you are subscribed.
I'll add to that. The easiest way on any email service provider to whitelist an email address is to add the person as a contact.
Yeah.
So if you add Yani Burmeister as a contact with my email address, Yani at unitygym, and that is my email address. If you email that, that's going to come through and I'll respond to you. And Rad, R-A-D, at unitygym.com. That's his personal email address. If you want Richie's, you can put Richard at unitygym.com. But if you save us as a contact in your email service provider account, then you'll automatically be whitelisting us.
Greg's telling me I'm looking very clean cut. Yeah, I shaved this morning, buddy. I was looking at myself in the mirror. I hadn't shaved for a week and I thought, man, I'm doing these live videos. I'm starting to look like a bum.
Hey, listen, a few quick shout outs. First of all, thank you very much. My wonderful fiance at home, Kalisha Jeno, is helping us out and obviously watching the stream. We've got Greg Gillespie here, Grace, obviously, Benji Williams, who is usually working upstairs. I'm not sure if he's been sent home from work, but Andy Lawson, morning. He's in the evening. I'm pretty sure Andy's in the UK. Or
Andy, let
tell
us
us
know
where
you're from, brother.
Mike Scully, hey boys. Who else have we got? Yeah, great, fantastic. It's lovely to have some of you guys on the live stream, and please, we love to know where you're watching from, just so we know how far we are reaching. Now, I got some really exciting news. we got a notification today. We've been scrambling to get our hands on a 4K video capture card so that we can start using our new, some of you probably wonder why we're still streaming in 720. We've just gone out and spent thousands and thousands of dollars off the back of the success of our
new SLR,
yeah,
digital SLR,
we've gone and bought. We got like a bunch of great Canon cameras that we use to produce our program content, but we can't stream live because it doesn't produce clean HDMI out. I know you probably don't really care or understand what that means, but what it means is that we haven't been able to use fancy cameras, and also we've had very simple entry-level software. So these streams that we're doing right now and what we do for our live workouts are done using an iPhone and a basic software called Switcher Studio, but it's very limited to how far we can take that, and we're limited to 720p. We're running...
And probably only 24 frames per second by
24
the looks of
frames,
things. So
yeah, that's exactly right. We're going to be streaming shortly in 60 frames per second
at
1080p, which is going to level up the video quality of this exponentially. We're also investing in a couple of new lights so that we make it look a bit better. We've invested in some epic new podcast mics that we're going to use in here. We're just waiting for the stands to come. We've got probably the most favoured mic on the market. Because we really want to make the quality of these live streams as good as the best guys do in the world. Obviously, yeah, we got the new setup, the table, all that sort of thing. We got some artwork going up in here that I'm going to be hanging over the coming weeks. So yeah, we're very excited. We got the notification today because as soon as this happened and everyone got locked down, live video became very popular, and you could not get a capture card. And we've bought two, and one of them we got notified got cancelled. We tried to buy it again. Then we got notified it wasn't coming till mid-May, and we got our hands on a more expensive one, and we've just sent notification that it has been shipped coming from America. So
do you realise that Yani was talking for about 5 minutes to just tell you that the thing that we bought just got shipped? Yeah. That's what I deal with all day.
So true.
Man, you waffle.
So true. I'm a storyteller. But someone thanked us. I think it was Andy Lawson actually on this morning's stream during the workout. Thanked me for sharing stories. So,
well, yeah. Your stories are great. Your stories are great. But then there's those of us that have to listen to them every day. Yeah. Anyway, look,
Scotland, Andy, thanks very much for letting us know, guys. Everybody, if you, and also we got to give a shout out because Phil White also converts this into a podcast, and this goes up on the Sound of Movement podcast. So big shout out to everyone who's listening on the podcast. Shout out to everyone on YouTube. Give us a like, share the love, share the viral fitness.
It has actually only just dawned on me today when we realised this morning that piece of equipment that we've been trying to get, and everybody keeps saying it's out of stock, that the little has been shipped from Amazon just dinged over. This is actually going to happen very soon. Probably, hopefully sometime next week. It does say that it's going to arrive next week because we got priority shipping. So hopefully sometime next week you're going to be starting to see HD 60 frame per second live streams. And that's for the workouts and for these chats. So very exciting.
We are very excited.
So give us a thumbs up for that one. Give us a like.
Who doesn't like waffle? Thanks, Mike. It's nice to see some people have my back, unlike these pricks in here.
All right, team. For those of you in the Unity Gym tribe, we are going to be doing a special live video for you. A couple little announcements on what's going to be going on. Just on the developments of what's going on in Australia with these lockdown laws and what it means to you in the gym. So keep an eye out for that one, please. Please watch it. I'll try and keep Yanni's waffling to a minimum, and we'll try and just cut to the chase. We'll see you soon on that one. Everyone else, I'll see you tomorrow, 7 a.m. Sydney time for Friday's workout. Don't miss it.
Glute training. We're going for a walk down to Booty Town. All right, guys. Thanks very much. Hey, take action. Take action. That's the purpose of today's video. Take action. Don't just react. Health is about performance, not just body image.
You better be willing to accept what you're going to have to do to get there.
We'll start focusing on movement goals, strength goals, flexibility goals.
When you nail that skill, it's there forever.
The body image goal doesn't get you that far.
It's the consistency and frequency that's going to get you there. It's not the intensity.
There's no shortcuts to mastery and movement. Destination doesn't change overnight, but your direction will.
The gym is not the place to beat up the body that you hate. It's the place to build the body that you love.
We are the gym that teaches people how to move instead of just exercise, because we believe that health is about performance, not just body image.